Hello and Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you all are doing well. I'm with you MD Shajadur Ahmed and I'm welcoming you all to another tutorial on Python programming. So in this tutorial we're going to discuss about inheritance. So let us begin. So the thing we are actually going to cover here are inheritance, super key function and also overriding, because whenever we are going to talk about inheritance, automatically super function and overriding concepts also involved in this. So let us start with inheritance. So inheritance allows us to define a class that inherits all the methods and properties from another class. So that means if we are going to talk about inheritance, there will be at least two classes. From one of them will be called as parent class and another one is called as child class. Parent class also called as base class. So as you know that is the class being inherited from, also called as base class. And what is child class? Child class is a class that inherits from another class, also called derived class. So it will be clear to us if we give an example. So this is an example of inheritance. You can see we know that there are different kind of ball exist in this world, and ball can be a parent class or base class, and then all the different kind of ball can be like football, like cricket ball. There are two types of cricket ball for ODIs and test, and then say tennis ball. So all are balls and they actually derived from the base class, which is ball. So that's why it is called child class. So when we say ball is round in shape, then automatically all the child class, that means football, also become round in shape, also the other ball as well. So how to use this concept in Python? Let us see with some example. So let us go to the Colab and practice by ourselves. So there is actually nothing special in declaring or creating base class or parent class. It will be as usual. So first of all, we will start with the class keyword and then say our class base class is fruit. Okay. And then we, as we all know, we will start with the init method. And the first parameter will be self. Okay. And then let us put a display. Print. This is fruit class. Okay. So we have put a message, and that's how we actually define a base class. So there is nothing much difference. It is actually a normal class, but when it will be called as a base class or parent class, when a child class going to inherit all the properties of fruit class. So suppose let us let me put another method, and I am skipping this. So as you can see, I have added another method name as test, and I have put a message like check the taste of the fruit. And now let us move on to create the child class. So now there will be some differentiation from the usual class. So it will also start with the class keyword, and then let's say our fruit class is mango. And now inside the parenthesis we need to put the name of the parent class. When we are declaring the child class, we need to put the parent class inside the parenthesis, that is fruit. So now it becomes a child class and it will going to inherit all the properties of the parent class. And now let us put the first method, which is init. And let us put a message like, let's say this is mango class. Okay, now let us create a object of the mango class, that is, let's say my mango equal to mango. So what we have done in this line, we have actually created an object of the mango class. At the same time, we can say that we have created an instance of the fruit class. So if we run this code now, so as you can see, it is showing the message from its class, that means from the mango class, but it does not showing any message from the parent class, because we are actually not accessing till this line. But so to access all the method in parent class, what we need to do, first of all, we need to mention the parent class. In our case, it is fruit, and then dot, and then which method we are actually trying to access from the parent class. In our case, let's say init, we are trying to access the init method. And now if we run this code, you can see first of all it is showing that this is fruit class, that means the message from the parent class, and then it is showing that it is a mango class, that means from itself. So that's how we can actually access the method and all the methods from the parent class. If we want to access the other method exists in parent class, which is test, we just need to add it, like my mango, and then dot, then test. Sorry. And now if we run this code, you can see now it is also showing the message from the method which is exists in the parent class. So it is only happens when we are actually trying to inherit the mango class from the fruit class. But if there is no relationship exists between those two class, like inheritance relationship, then it cannot be accessed through another class. So let us go back to the slide. Okay, so benefits of inheritance. So from the example, we already came to know what are the benefits of inheritance, but if we precisely going to mention those, then it represents the real world relationship well. So because whenever we are going to implement a real world project, there will be a number of classes and there will be some relationship between each and every classes. So that's why it is saying that it represents a relationship well. It provides reusability of the code. We don't have to write the same code again and again. Also, it allows us to add more feature to the class without modifying it. So as we can see from the example, that we are actually accessing all the methods or all the properties exist in the parent class from the child class. So we don't need to write those part over and over again. And also we can add some more feature to the child class and without modifying the parent class. So this is the advantage or benefits of inheritance. Okay, now the super function. So Python has a super function that will make the child class inherit all the methods and properties from its parent class. So the super function allow a child class to inherit or to access all the methods which belongs to the parent class. By using the super function, you do not have to use the name of the parent element. So if we going to use the super function, then we can actually avoid using the name of the parent class or the parent element. It will automatically inherit the methods and the properties from its parent class. So that means especially it is the advantage of superclass is that you don't need to remember which is the parent class of which class. That means which is the parent class and which is the subclass. When there are a number of classes in a project. So in that particular case, you just need to call all the properties exist in the parent class by using the super function. So that is the main advantage of using the super function. So let us see an example. So as you can see from here, when we are trying to access the method or inherit the method of the parent class, we need to use the class name. But with the help of the super function, we just need to use the super, and that's how we actually going to access all the parent elements. So in place of the super class name, we just put super function and it will does that for us. So now we don't need to remember what is the and who is the parent class of mango class. So it will automatically invoke the parent class of mango class, and again say we need to access the test method from the parent class using the super. So you can also does that, like super dot test. So okay, so one more thing, that whenever we are going to use the super function, does not need to it is not required to put the self, so we can access without the self parameter. So if we run this code now, so you can see it is doing exactly the same whatever we have done previously. So through the super keyword, when we use the super function, it will automatically invoke the parent class of the Mango class, and then it will invoke the init method, and then in next line it will invoke the test method. And that's why we are first of all seeing that it is a fruit, and then we are seeing the message from the test method, and then lastly we are seeing the message from the fruit message. So that's how actually super function works. So let us go back to the slide. Okay, now we are going to talk about overriding. So what is overriding? Overriding, when a method in a subclass has the same name, same properties and signature and same return type as the method in its superclass. So when there are method with same name in parent class and also in the child class, then it is called overriding. Like if in the previous example we have seen that in the parent class we have put test method, and there are test method with a null parameter or just with the self parameter. If we put same method, create another method in the child class with the same name, like in our Mango class, if we put test method with the same name and same parameter, then it will call overriding, because we are actually overriding the test method from the parent class. So that's what is actually called overriding. So we can simply explain it with the help of a example. So let us see an example. Okay, so we are back to our example, and now as we can see that there are a method called test in the fruit class, and we are going to create another method in the Mango class with the same name as the parent class, which is test. And then let us going to check that it works or not, and let us put a message so that we can identify which test method we are actually accessing, like and say that test the Mango. Okay, that will does that for us. Now we are first of all we will create an object of the parent class which is fruit. So let's say my fruit equal to fruit, and then through the object we are going to access the test method from the parent class. So my fruit dot test. So this test will be the test from the parent class. So this will access parent class. Okay, and then we have created a object of the child class, and then again let's say we are actually trying to access the method which is named as test from the child class. So my mango dot test, and this time it will invoke this from the child class. Okay, so this will access the test method from the child class. So let us run this code now. Okay, so first of all you can see this is a fruit class because we have created an object, and when a object is created it will access the by default method, which is each and every time init method it will automatically invoke like a constructor. So that's why it is showing the first message like this is a fruit, and then we are actually through the object of the fruit class we are accessing the test method of the parent class. So that's why it is you can see the parent class having a message check the test of the fruit. So that's why the next line will be check the test of the fruit. So it is actually accessing the method of the parent class, and then we are actually creating an object of the Mango class, and then when the Mango class through the object of the Mango class we are actually accessing the test method, then this time we are accessing the test method from the child class, and there is a message like test the mango. So that's why the last message is test the mango. So that's how actually it works. You can see we are actually can use method with same name and same return type in different class, and in that particular case it is called as overriding. But let me tell you one more thing, that overriding is only allowed when there is a relationship between two class as inheritance. That means there is a parent class and a child class, then only the overriding is allowed. So let us go back to the slide. So that is all from this tutorial. Hope you guys understand how inheritance things work, how super function use, and what are the usefulness of the overriding concept. So this is all from me from this tutorial. Inshallah we will meet in again in next tutorial. Till then, everyone stay safe, stay home. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.